Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager, and tonight we are actually going to Albert Park. This is what we should have done yesterday, but we are actually making it tonight. No repeat of Jeddah again. So we get to actually move on now and go to round 3 of our third season here on challenge mode. The rules for challenge mode, if you're new to the series, are in the video description down below. Feel free to check those out. We do add a lot of additional rules and regulations on ourselves to make the game a fair bit harder, and this season is definitely shaping up to be a tricky one, with even tighter regulations than the previous 2 seasons. So let's get ourselves prepped and ready to see if we can actually do something exciting here in Melbourne. We've got some objectives to set for the race. Let's just see if any teams are bringing further upgrades for their cars this race. We have taken a little bit of a dip in performance compared to some of the grids. Our top speed has dipped a little bit. I think our acceleration has dipped a little bit as well. It looks like our low-speed cornering has taken a bit of a hit, and I think our medium dirty air cornering has also taken a bit of a hit in comparison to the rest of the grid. So already we are dropping behind a little bit, but we do have upgrades of our own on the way. We've got a new underfloor and front wing package coming for Imola, which will be the next Grand Prix next week on Tuesday. And then we also have a chassis coming for Miami. So we have got something in the works. Hopefully they will bring some good performance boosts, but they are only minor parts. So they're not going to be huge game changers in terms of our performance. Right, let's set our targets then for this Grand Prix. The incentive is 1 car in the top 8. We are going to try and get both into Q3 and both into Q2 as a result. There we go. The grid is definitely quite tight at the top this season. Just making the top 10 can be tricky. There's not a huge amount of gap between the teams from second down. Red Bull still do have that performance edge at the moment. Finish position, the incentive is 1 in the top 8. We should be able to achieve that. I'm hoping for better than that, but we'll try and get the fastest lap if we can. We are still doing okay with our quali streaks. That is good. So let's head to Melbourne.
Welcome to Melbourne for a weekend of fierce competition. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
So as we saw last night, the weather for this weekend is going to be okay. We've got clear skies for Friday and Saturday, and then a little bit of cloud on the Sunday. We've done our sponsor targets, no need to look at reports yet. Let's go straight into getting our car set up. It is Freddie's turn to sit out for Isaac, so let's swap him out. We are going to keep the same car parts in there, although it does look as though we've got a bit of extra gearbox use. Has Felipe damaged his car at all? Oh, he had that little ding, didn't he? In the last Grand Prix, I think. I can't remember. Let's go into setups. Let's grab the notebook. Let's have a look for Melbourne. We want to do 18 laps at Melbourne on the first run. Let's have a look at getting the cars configured. Let's go with a 7.5 On the front, a 13, an 8.2. That's looking a little risky. Okay, let's go to a 7.3 instead. A 3.15 and a 0.5. That'll work. 18 laps. Drop the pace settings down. Onto Felipe's car. We are going to go with a bit more front wing on this one, I think. We're going to go with an 8. And then a 13, then an 8.2. A minus 2.85. And a 0.1. There we go. So that's our car set. 18 laps for this one, and drop the pace. Alright, into practice we go.
Radio check.
So, in an update of this weekend's real-life Imola Grand Prix that has been postponed, it may end up being cancelled. Oh, that's not good to see a lock-up straight away from Isaac. He kept out the barriers, that's good. The F1 teams have been allowed back into the paddock now, so they can start packing up their gear and equipment. So this should not have a knock-on effect for Monaco, which I believe is next week. So, yeah, that's good to see. Hopefully things are starting to settle down in the Emilia-Romagna region, and the floods are hopefully coming under control. I know it has been very bad. Evening, Anthony, good to see you. Oh, Anthony's getting married on the weekend. Oh, congratulations, dude. Is it congratulations or is it commiserations? Will you no longer have the time to watch streams going forward? Will this be your last stream ever?
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing any more?
All right, 90% for Isaac. That's not bad. Let's call him in. Yeah, nothing will change. We've been together 13 years. Nothing will change. Famous last words. Something will change. Might not happen straight away, but something will change. Right. We're going to try dropping to a 6.4 on this one. Everything else we'll leave as is. See what that does. We want fresh tyres. Got to take another lap off the run there. There we go. Evening, Farah. Evening, Marcel.
How's the balance?
95 for Felipe. That's good. If you want some additional speech ideas, there was a brilliant segment many years ago, back in the 80s. Rowan Atkinson did this little stand-up routine around a wedding where he played the best man and the father of the bride, and he did these hilarious stand-up speeches for each of those characters. They were hilarious. Have a look. They're probably on YouTube somewhere. Alright, let's pull that back in that way. Let's go like that, maybe. That's not enough of a change, is it? There we go. Let's try an 8.5. Let's go a little bit more extreme on that. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Fresh tyres. Take a lap off. There we go. Yes, Farah, we are actually in Melbourne tonight. It's all a cunning ruse, you know. You think it's going to be the Melbourne Grand Prix, and then as the lights go out, the circuit map's going to pull off its mask and go, ha ha ha, I'm actually Jeddah. Can you imagine if we did an entire season's worth of videos and it was just Jeddah again, every race? that would be soul destroying. It'd be the quickest way to kill interest in this series. Oh, a little wide for Isaac there, but he's still going. That's good.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
He sounds so condescending when he says it like that. Oh, did someone run wide? Yeah. Ah, God, I hate Crofty. Oh, we've gone backwards by 5% on the setup. That is not good. Okay, so that's got to be an 8-2. Okay. So let's bring this back. This way. That's got to come back to about there. Yeah, we'll try that. See how that works. That'll be for session 2. I hope you've bought a silk cushion / pillow for the wedding, Anthony. For when you present your balls to your wife, you know, do it with a little bit of class and style. Take care of these, my love. They've served me well. Another moderator has handled this. Who keeps... Is Water lurking again? Right, I think that's what we're going to try on that setup run there. Alright, so we've got Freddie back in the car. We've made our setup changes. Let's go on to hard tyres for this session. So we want to run long, very long with Freddie. I'm going to put 40 laps of fuel in his car. And not so much for Felipe, but he's still going to get a good run. So let's give him 28 laps of fuel.
Check.
We've just had a spin.
Okay. Gasly having a little whoopsie there. So you having a big do, Anthony, or is it a small family, friends, you know, small circles? Ah, there we go. Freddie's car is almost nailed. That's perfect. Great way to start the session for him. And Felipe's is nailed. Awesome stuff. Ah, near Donington. That's a very generous offer, Anthony, but I will not be attending. But thank you. Anything that involves getting up and getting dressed is immediately, you know, put under very heavy consideration. And by dressed, I mean something other than shorts and t-shirt. I'm not streaming naked, before you ask. I'm sure there's someone out there going, ah, shit. Did you see Iron Maiden at Donington? Was it 92 that they were there? I think it was 92 that Iron Maiden were at Donington. I had the CD, the double CD at one point. I've got it somewhere on a hard drive now, but you're not a fan of Maiden? Oh. Shame on you. I went to see Maiden here in Nottingham. About 10, 11 years ago. Actually, no, it might be more than that now. God, it might be 13 or 14 years ago. Has it really been that long? I think it has, yeah. I think it was their final Frontier tour. Still got the tour t-shirt somewhere. That was when they played the Nottingham Ice Arena. I went to see Motorhead at Rock City as well. That was awesome. All right. Final practice.
Radio check. Radio check.
It should be green now.
It's been quite a non-eventful practice so far. No crashes, no big lockups, just a couple of people running wide. I don't dislike you, Farah. I'm not saying I like you, but I don't dislike you.
Someone spun out.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Rammstein. Their concerts are supposed to be just amazing. There's no way they could do a gig at Rock City. You know, the first time the pyro goes off, the whole place would burn down. And you need to go with really crappy shoes. You don't want to take decent shoes to Rock City because, you know, you're going to leave half the sole on the floor every time you take a footstep. You know, you just stick to the floor. Yeah. It's not a very nice place, but it has that sort of disgusting charm and atmosphere, or at least it used to. I don't know what it's like now. I haven't been there for a while. I've got a few of their albums. I've got Mutter, I've got Sensucht. What else have I got? I can't remember what the name of the third album was. I'm sure I've got a third one. It might be Riser. It's not the first one. Hetzalide? I've not even heard that one before. I couldn't remember if Riser was an album or just a song. Well, we are done with practice. Bottas showing some decent practice pace, and Russell. Be interesting to see if Mercedes actually do have some performance this time. Not really shown much in the first two races.
Radio check.
Now, I've got 3 sets of tyres plus a spare in the 4th session. Yeah, we'll just try and be careful. We're going to wait till the end of the session and just hope that the AI doesn't do its silly buggers going out when they can't complete their warm-up lap. So 1:18.2 is the time to beat right now. I don't think we're going to beat that. I think we're going to be probably close to half a second off that. It's just a gut feeling. Did I go too soon? Am I going to catch the back of the train? I think I'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, 4/10 off. That's what I was expecting, but just 4/10 off puts us out of the top 10. Wow, look how close it is. Just 1,000 separating our two drivers, and we're not even in the top 10. We're less than 4/10 off the pole time. Norris is 10th. Wow. Okay, I'm not even sure we're going to qualify for the top 10 shootout here.
Radio check.
Shame again. Same again. We're going to wait till the end of qualifying before we go out. But I'm now, I'm nervous about whether we can even qualify into the top 10 shootout here. Top 5 just separated by just 1,000th, and the Rebels haven't. A 10th, and the Rebels haven't gone through yet. There we go. And those are all scrub times as well, I believe. Alright, can we even get through? We're ahead of the chasing pack, so if there's any drama behind us, it will not affect our lap. But it will hopefully affect everybody behind us. So, for example, if that lead Mercedes that's just gone round turn 2 has an incident, they'll cause a yellow flag which will hold up at least the next 3 cars. Of course, the danger is if there's a big crash and it gets a red flag and we haven't crossed the line, we are out because we won't have set a time. We're purple in the middle, thanks to the slipstream and the, the slipstream there. Need a good, strong final sector here. Alright, we're up to 5th. That's a little bit better. Oh, wow, yeah. Of course, yeah. They're on scrubs. We're going to start dropping like flies. Bestie down to 6th. And the rest of the cars start to come across the line. Seventh and 8th. Hamilton goes fastest. Russell's about to get eliminated. Russell improves to P2. It's all on Magnussen. Oh, we made it just. Whew. Just managed to sneak through. But it's close, look at that. Really close. Even in Mr. Water. 0.3 from 1st to 9th. That is very, very, very close indeed. Alright. Final session. We're going to try and be the last ones on track this time. Because as things stand, we're 9th and 10th anyway. So our best bet now is just see if we can take advantage of the track at its absolute grippiest. I also want to try and put a little bit more gap between Felipe and Vesti this time so we can close up a bit more under slipstream. Specifically in Sector 1. I might have left that too long. Might be too big a gap. I don't know. He might get a tow. Even in refill. Alright, here we go. Can we do better than P9, P10? I think Bestie's too far back. Yeah, he is. He's way too far back. So Vesti's going to be 10th. But it's now a question then of what Felipe can do. Oh yeah, look at the size of that gap. It's so close, look. 3,000s between Russell and Hamilton, 200s between Hamilton and Sainz, 3,000s between Sainz and Norris. So close. Seventh and 9th. Oh wow, Freddie actually managed to outdo Norris by 1,000th of a second. I did not expect that at all. So yeah, that's where we are. There's no penalties at all for this Grand Prix either. I was just about to suggest that actually, Farah. If you said if you wanted to do that, then yeah. By all means, yeah, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you wanted to do that. to the email address that's attached to my channel. I can't remember if it's, I think it's jbpg.yt@gmail.com, but it's on my About tab of my channel.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Aston Martin performed well during the qualifying session, and they're rewarded with a good grid position for the race. It was a pleasure to watch Red Bull's excellent performance during qualifying. Their drivers will now be looking ahead to the race itself and hoping to capitalize. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
Exciting choices lie ahead then for the teams and their drivers here in Melbourne. So let's see what happens.
Thank you, Farah. That's very generous of you. Okay, so here we are at the start of the race. We've got no weather to worry about. We are going to do a two-stop strategy, and we're going to be going medium, hard, medium. That's our kind of target run plan. Stop around lap 19. Gives us the potential for an undercut if we need to. Mr. Water as well, thank you very much. I am going to take a lap of fuel out. It's not too hard to save some fuel around this circuit. Do I go aggressive off the line? Yes, is the answer. I want to try and gain a place or two if I can before we get stuck in the DRS trains. It is so close in the top 10 that it's going to be very hard to get the overtakes done once DRS kicks in.
Quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. There's the second Aston Martin. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. Will their hard work pay off today? Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away
Oh, it's
we
not
go.
a good start for us. We lost some ground to the Mercedes there. See Russell just out accelerating us. Can we stay ahead of the Ferrari? Just chopped him off actually, and that's allowed Vesti to sneak up. We lost a bit of ground to Norris as well. Now, can our drivers find a way past in these
Aston
early
Martin
corners?
with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
So Mercedes are definitely in the mix this Grand Prix, which is something we've not seen yet this season. So I'm getting a feeling that they're the ones that have brought an upgrade package to this race. Can we dive up the inside of Norris here? No. Nice and close. Might get a chance here though. Alright. Gonna save the battery now.
Doing a good job, keep pushing. Yeah, take it easy.
Because it's going to be almost impossible for us to do an overtake on the main straight unless somebody in front of us also tries to do an overtake, because as soon as we step out that slipstream we'll lose ground. And no one's doing that, so if we'd have pulled out we would have lost momentum and started dropping back a little bit. So it looks like we're going to have to be patient now. Maybe see if we can do something around the pit stops. So let's look at... Oh, Not deploying.
Used energy.
Let's look at maybe getting a little bit of battery back in the car before the gaps start to open up a touch.
We just need to charge up.
Might have been better actually to wait until DRS kicks in. The sight is already threatening. Got to keep an eye on that.
DRS enabled.
Red Bulls are looking very comfortable up front, as you would expect, unfortunately. Just going to be wary that Felipe doesn't get dropped by Hamilton here. Let's go into neutral. Let both drivers close back up again.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
Yeah, we let that gap get just a little bit too big with Felipe. We can close up and into this DRS zone, into the braking zone. There we go. Back in range. There's very little DRS use on that corner there, the final turn. Everybody trying to get in the slipstream of Verstappen, as Perez gets the overtake done on the outside. This again, just got to be careful I don't get dropped. We can get Vesti fully charged
Got loads of energy.
on this lap. Just hold that battery in charge mode for a few more corners. Felipe is just close enough to pick up the DRS. There we go. Getting back in range. And you can see Sainz, because he's not in a slipstream, actually dropping back. Cost him about a tenth trying to make that overtake there in clear air with no slipstream in front, because Vesti had a nice little slipstream on the back of Drugovich. This is why it's going to be so hard for us to gain positions on track, because the second you pull out the slipstream, it's tough. If the car in front's got DRS as well and they're in a slipstream, forget it. It's just not going to happen. So, just like we did for the first night of Jeddah, we're going to have to approach this in a very patient, tactical way if we want to really start gaining some positions. Trying to keep ourselves in position just so we can capitalise on any mistakes made in front of us. I don't think I can risk trying to get any more battery into Felipe for a while. Not unless he gets within like 2 or 3 tenths. I'm going to start doing a little bit of fuel saving with Freddie.
Okay, so just lift and coast.
Copy.
Again, just got to be wary it doesn't leave me vulnerable to sights. Trying to close positions up, not give them away.
Okay, energy's good.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, that's encouraging. What's not encouraging is how much Vesti is dropping back. Even while I was in the DRS and Felipe was charging, he was still losing time. Oh no, don't tell me I've just lost the DRS. I think I have. Our low speed performance is not great. I did lose the DRS. Alright, I've got to push.
You can stop lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
This could cost us nearly a second if we're not careful. If I hadn't used the battery, it would have cost me at least a second. So we have to spend an entire lap boosting just to close that gap back up if I can. Might even take 2 laps of charging, of boosting to get close. This race is going to be tougher than I thought. I shouldn't have to do anything with Vesti's battery because he'll still be getting battery or boost, sorry, DRS boost off the back of Felipe. If I don't close up here, I'm in trouble. Alright, there we go. But that's just cost half my battery to do that. That's not good. Alright, no more charging. Just got to try and ride this out. Let's try doing a little fuel saving with Felipe.
Okay, copy.
See how much time he loses doing this. Quite a bit already.
No saving required.
Yeah, copy.
Problem is, we're trying to hang on to the back of Red Bull pace, and Red Bull pace is about half a second faster than us. So if we do anything other than just drive at a consistent pace like this, we immediately risk getting dropped. I can get little bits of charge here and there, and little bits of fuel saving done with Freddie, because he can keep pace with Felipe. Let's take a look at tyres. Oh man, the Red Bull tyres are really being looked after. Those guys have got really good brake cooling, which helps keeps the tyre temps down, so their tyres wear at a slower rate as a result. They've got better tyre wear than pretty much the rest of the grid right now. But yeah, better than the rest of the grid.
Save fuel.
Copy.
Russell making a move on Leclerc. They're side by side going into turn 3. And Russell manages to complete them. No, he doesn't complete the move. They're still side by side. He's going to have the inside line through this next sequence of corners, so he should get the move done. Still side by side. Oh, Leclerc does manage to hold him off. Good driving from Charles Leclerc there. Very good driving. Alright, we've got a nice little bit of fuel saving going on here. Let's see if we can figure out when the AI is going to stop. So, if they are going to do a one stop, which I think the Red Bulls might try and do, they'll be stopping between laps 20 and 26. We're already into the window for a two stop for the AI between laps 13. Oh no, we're not quite. We're almost in the window. 13 and 19 is the window for AI two stops. So we might see some movement in probably about 3 or 4 laps time. Hamilton is actually in danger of being dropped here. Let's start trying to close up. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that someone running wide?
Is that a a lock-up? We can take a look now. Let's have another look.
Oh, that sign's right behind us. I didn't even see that. Oh, that was close.
That could be costly.
So Sainz loses out to Norris. We have got a breakaway group of the top 10 here, which has now become a top 9 now that Sainz has dropped off. Can he close the gap back up, or is he now out of the picture? Let's keep an eye on that gap. 2.6 seconds across the line. No DRS either, so that's going to hurt him. Hamilton's back in striking distance again, so that little window of an opportunity's gone already. And Sainz has lost another 3/4 tenths of a second since the line. This just shows you how important it is to stay in these trains when you don't have the out-and-out pace. Because you get dropped early, that's a long time when you're running at a slower pace. You can lose so much ground overall.
All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Yeah, copy.
Well, to his credit, Sainz did close a little bit of the time back, but again, no DRS here, so that's going to hurt him. Come on, stay in range, don't get dropped. Don't get dropped. Don't get dropped. Oh, it's close. I think we just stayed in. We did, just. Alright, I think we've saved enough fuel with Freddie now. Now we just need to try and get a little bit more fuel saved for Felipe. Got to pick and choose the right moments. This might be one of them. Oh, he's not sitting in the slipstream again. That's not good. Sainz 3.5 seconds back. So he's gradually falling further behind. That's the state of the tyres right now. So far this season, those McLarens are not performing as you feared. It was always going to be tricky for any team in the opening couple of races to challenge Red Bull. It always is. You know, Bahrain is a bit of a strange circuit because it's a circuit that, you know, can disguise weaknesses in cars, at least in this game, a little bit. You know, you can have a lack of performance and it not necessarily hurt you too much. I mean, it's possible to. I've done it before. I've been able to get Norris in a Season 1 McLaren on the podium in Bahrain. It's tough to do, very tough to do. You have to be really aggressive in places, and you need a little bit of luck as well. But races 2 and 3 really do start to show places where weakness can, you know, it starts to expose weaknesses a little bit more. Imola is an interesting circuit as well. Again, that one can be a bit of a strange one. If you haven't got the downforce to to be fast through the lap, then you're going to lose the DRS on that one long straight, which is your main overtaking opportunity. There are a couple of others around that circuit, but that's the main one. So you need to have some speed to be able to make the overtakes, but you need to have the downforce to run fast through the corners. So Imola can be a bit of a strange one. It's not until you start getting to places like Canada, where cars that are good all round can really shine. And right now Bottas is dropping off the back of Verstappen and Leclerc, so we're getting a little breakaway group of the front two thanks to that pit stop from Russell. So Hamilton's going to move up. He has an opportunity here with the DRS to try and close the gap back up to Leclerc. And now will be role reversal. Bottas will have a chance on Hamilton. I don't think he'll get him here, but he might get him on the main straight. And as long as Leclerc doesn't get past Verstappen, there's a chance that the gap might close back up again. But if Leclerc and Verstappen start swapping places as well, that chance is going to disappear. So Bottas will get Hamilton here. Leclerc is not getting past Verstappen. The best ideal thing here would be for Verstappen to get in front of Leclerc and then... Sorry, Leclerc to get in front of Verstappen and then stop him from from getting back past again. And then we run at Leclerc's pace rather than Verstappen's pace, which will be a little bit slower. And there's a chance. They're side by side right now. I think Max is going to hit the corner first, so Leclerc should get DRS here, which he does. So he'll complete the move into this braking zone here, or he should do. Right, so if Verstappen... Actually, I need to box one of my drivers here. Let's see who's in front. Actually, they're close enough, it doesn't really matter. Let's box... Freddie. He's the slower of the two drivers. Let's box him. Actually, I could have been really clever here. Box. Let's see if we can create a big enough gap between Drogovic and Norris that we end up dropping Norris. Might have left it too late.
And box.
Copy, box.
I think I did leave it too late.
So I'm entering the pit now.
Copy that. Use pit measure.
I did. Never mind. It was worth a try. So, in theory, we should come out ahead of Russell. Don't know about Perez. Perez is just coming along the main straight now. Russell's with him as well, actually. Alright, we're going to come out just behind Russell. Okay, that's not too bad.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Hamilton has closed that gap back up to Verstappen, who has not got past Leclerc. So that the exact scenario I was talking about has happened. Although he's right on the cusp of not getting DRS again. He didn't get it. Right, so if we're really slow through here, maybe we can create a big enough gap that Norris won't be able to close onto the back of Bottas. And that'll get him dropped. Terrible. Alright, I want Freddie to get in front here. Because I want to save a little bit of fuel with Felipe. There we go. Right, Hamilton is all over the back of that front group again. Bottas is with him, and Norris did get dropped. So that did work, just. So again, we're trying to separate those cars from Verstappen's pace.
Energy's good.
Because it's very fast. And we are not really closing on the back of Russell and Tsunoda here, which is a little disheartening. Russell's gone onto the back of Perez. Perez is stuck behind Magnussen and Gasly. Okay, so hopefully... Actually, Magnussen's just caught up to Albon, who's fighting with Sainz. So hopefully these guys will get held up a little bit and allow us to close the gap to them. Vesti coming up to the back of Tsunoda. And it does look like those front four, front five, front six are one stopping. Because they would have boxed by now if they were two stopping. So they're going to one stop. That means we're going to have to work really hard to claim positions here. But it does mean that if we can stay at a good pace with them, then we'll be quick on our final set of mediums and have the chance to pick a couple of them off. Also, if we get a safety car around the time that we're scheduled to make our next stop, it'd be perfect. So where are they going to feed out? They're going to feed out in front of us. There they are, coming out the pits. God damn it, Freddie. Why can you never commit to an overtake? Oh, it's so annoying when he does this. So we're stuck behind Verstappen and Hamilton, which isn't ideal, given that we need to be ahead of them if we want to make advantage of our tyres. And at least now we've got a chance to try and close the gap to them before they can break away. Albon and Ocon are holding everybody else up. That's working in our favour. Right, make the overtake. None of this half-hearted. I'm just going to pull out a little bit rubbish. There you go. Good lad. Finally.
That's it.
Ugh, and of course, Sonoda boxes.
No
Well, at least he's out of the way of Felipe. So is Gasly. So it's now a battle between Albon and Magnussen to keep Perez behind. Oh, and Ocon's still up there as well. That's good. So everyone who's one stopping is being held up here, but everyone who's two stopping is being held up even worse. So that's Perez and Russell. And you got Bottas and Hamilton. And then you got R2. And Leclerc finally boxes. And so does Norris.
This is good. Come on.
So Sainz is probably going to box next lap. Yellow flag is sector 3. Oh, that's Verstappen. Oh, that's so good.
Single yellow.
Yeah, copy.
Although I think that stopped me from getting DRS. Oh, I couldn't get Norris. That yellow flag stopped me from being able to claim the DRS, which hurt. Look, we've tucked in behind Norris. Okay, let's see if we can get some battery. Being behind Norris has really hurt us, because we were ahead of Norris before the pit stops. And he's one stopping. So that's bad. That's very bad. Hopefully we can get him on the main straights. Or maybe even here. I'd rather not here. Rather get him on the main straight. There's Sainz going into the box. He will come out behind us. Alright, come on Freddie, don't do your half-hearted, I'll think about it, overtake. Like that. There we go. At least we've got Felipe through without costing Vesti any time. Means we can keep putting battery into Freddie, and Felipe should be better equipped to overtake Norris. Ocon setting the pace at the front of the grid right now, and I think it's quicker than we're doing. No, we're quicker by a couple of tenths. Not quick enough though. Alright, don't get the DRS, don't get the DRS. Right, I think we've kept it, which means we should be able to swoop past Norris here.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
Verstappen has caught us.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looks like Aston Martin
He just doesn't want to overtake. Ah, Freddie.
Copy.
Ocon and Albon, when are they likely to stop? Between laps 30 and 36, so we could potentially have another 10 laps of this. No, Perez is through against Ocon. Perez, the first of the two stoppers, has got to the front. Russell trying to find a way through. Perez under pressure. Ocon gets him back. And now we've got a long train again. So Sainz is out of it as far as the win goes, unless this group starts dropping off its pace really substantially, which with Perez in front is now unlikely to happen. But he's not necessarily out of it for a decent finish. We've got to try and be really opportunistic now.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
Ocon got back in front of Perez. Perez fighting back, and this is allowing Sainz to close up. Alright, can we squeeze up the inside of Hamilton? I don't think we're close enough. We're not. Maybe coming out of this DRS zone. Ooh, there's a sneaky move. Completely unprompted as well. Oh, Hamilton squeezed us, and we lost so much momentum from that. We're going to get overtaken by Norris. Oh, that was dirty.
Okay, good job.
McLaren gain a position. Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Alright, we just about managed to hold off Norris. Well, that's killed our battery. So now we have to sit and recharge again. Ugh. May as well top up Freddie in the same process. We actually burnt a bit more fuel since our pit stop as well. And I need to do some more fuel saving. I want to try and get that done before we go on to mediums at the end. A chance to criticise them when you're on it. I did notice that, yeah.
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Yeah, copy.
Gee, Vesti is not quite close enough.
You can stop lift and coast.
So Paris and Russell are through against Ocon, and that has slowed down how much Sainz can catch. He's on medium, so he is lapping faster, but not by as much. Ocon is actually in danger of getting dropped. Those tyres are going to be struggling now. Yeah. So we're going to see Ocon and Albon boxing soon. I think we're into the window now. Was it between lap 30 and 36? So yeah, we're in the window. Next lap or two, we should see, some movement from those two. Magnussen also will be jumping out of the way soon.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy.
Save fuel.
Yeah, copy.
No one's biting yet. Ocon somehow just about keeps the DRS. Anyone who's on a two-stop is essentially out of contention for the win now. The one-stoppers are going to win this. So it's going to be between Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton. Not Hamilton, sorry, Norris. Those are the four, I think, that are going to be challenging for the win. Oh no, we just lost a place to Norris. Can we get it back on the main straight? There goes Albon and Magnussen.
Doing a good job. No saving required.
Yeah.
Oh, Vesti's under pressure as well from Verstappen now. Verstappen's through. Alright, let's just keep fuel saving. I was looking at the wrong Aston Martin McLaren battle. And I reacted initially with the wrong driver.
Okay, suggest lift and coast.
Copy.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
Alright, we're due to stop lap 41, so let's start going more aggressive with the tyres.
Copy.
There goes Ocon. And that's the last of the one-stop hard runners out of the way. But they are going to be on mediums now, and they're going to be a threat to us. Because we've still got to stop again. They could undercut us. To the point where we come out behind them when we do make our stops, if they're going to run at a high enough pace.
Let's focus.
Alright, I'm going to get DRS. Got the inside line, I should get the position back.
Good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
He's not giving up. Oh, hello. Have we got a chance on Hamilton here? Not quite. Yellow flag somewhere.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Schumacher. That's 18th. That doesn't have any impact on us whatsoever. Right, Vesti is now at a point where fuel saving is no longer necessary, which is excellent. Felipe is almost there. 7 laps from our pit stop. What major part developments do I have left? The only one I've done as a major so far is the chassis. So I've still got suspension, side pods, front and rear wings and underfloor that I can do a major upgrade on. We'll wait until after Imola before we look at our next 2 upgrades, because we're in the next ATR period already, and then there'll be a little bit of a gap of about a week and a half, I think, until the next ATR period starts as well. So we'll be able to launch one major part and then launch another one within 2 weeks. So I want to see how the car's doing once we put the minor underfloor and front wing on, and see where we need to put the next 2 major upgrades. And I want to try and get those out well in time for Spa. So it might be a major underfloor and a major rear wing, just to try and get more speed, because that's where we're lacking at the moment. I may go for a major side pod to improve engine cooling and drag reduction, which will have an impact on our speed and our acceleration as well as our engine cooling. You know, and then maybe a major underfloor. I don't know. We'll have to, like I said, we'll have to see. The front wing that's coming will give us a little bit of a boost to our brake cooling, which will help us with braking, obviously, but will also help keep the tyres a little bit cooler, which will help with our tyre wear. The better our tyre wear, the more flexible we can be in situations like this when we can push the tyres, because we'll have that little bit of extra life in reserve. But I'm at the point now where these tyres are about to start struggling. So I'm thinking of an undercut. I'm thinking I might box Freddie in 2 laps. Because he's almost about to be dropped. I need to actually just push him a little bit. Make sure he doesn't get dropped.
You can use energy.
Copy.
He's got slightly less life in his tyres as well than Felipe, because he pitted a lap earlier. Ah, and there's Sainz in the background. He's just 3 seconds behind us. Less than that, 2.5 seconds. You can see Freddie is starting to really struggle. Once your tyres hit 60%, you know, if the cars in front of you have got that grip, then you're in real trouble. Felipe is still close enough to the back of Hamilton that he'll be fine for a while, but Vesti now is, say, even with battery, he's struggling to keep that. He's not even inside the 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and box him this lap, I think. Just try something.
Box, 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 box.
Copy that.
Drop back a bit.
Copy. Into the pit.
Copy that. So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
There's a few of these cars in front of us that are two stopping. Russell, Perez, possibly Hamilton, possibly Bottas. I don't think Bottas. I think Bottas is 1 stopping. But yeah, Russell and Perez are definitely on a 2 stop with us. So hopefully here, Freddie can actually make up some ground.
Yeah, copy.
It's getting really messy at the front. Going to box Felipe this lap as well.
Box, box.
Yeah, copy. 1 spot.
Again, we'll try. Oh, Perez is in as well.
Yeah, copy that.
So at the very least, we should hopefully be able to hang on to the back of Perez. And hopefully, Freddie's done enough on his outlap to get into contention, to get into Perez's slipstream, or at least into the back of Felipe.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Copy.
Oh, Perez gets out ahead of the group. And we get out in the middle of it. Oh, that's bad.
Copy.
Perez is clear. And I don't think we've got the pace to hunt him down.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Right, we do have a grip advantage here. I don't want to use the battery until we get into clean air if I can help it. Might have to. Hoping performance is just going to allow us to get these overtakes done, but again, slipstreams DRS, it's going to be very tricky. Need to clear Gasly ASAP. Ocon and Albon are going to be even harder to get past. Alright, we've got Gasly under braking. It was a bad run for Ricciardo. He's going to be due a stop soon. And there he goes. So he's out of the way as well. Excellent stuff. Oh shit, did Gasly get back past us? He did. Damn it. Right, I'm going to have to use the battery then.
Use energy.
Copy.
Put Vesti in charge.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
Need to be in clean air if I'm going to undercut Russell. Anyone else going to dive out the way? No. And look at this, look, we've got DRS, we've got battery deployment, but because you only use like 2% battery coming out of that final turn, we just went nowhere. Ah, now we're stuck, and Russell is in front of us, ahead of this group.
Okay, copy.
This has just not been a good race for us at all. Gotta get past Gasly. Come on, make the move here. Up the inside. Come on, be brave, be brave. No. Oh, god damn it. Here. No. Around the outside, maybe. Come on, make the move. Now hold the position.
You done a good job.
Right, finally we're through. I had to damn near kill my battery to do it.
They've moved up a place.
But we're through. Let's try and charge back up if we can. Let's see if we can get Vesti through.
So use energy if you need it.
Okay, copy.
I think going forward, I'm not going to save fuel at this race. Make a note of that so I don't forget next time I'm racing here. It's a new fastest lap, but that doesn't mean diddly squat this year. Just like last year. We are running in what, 12th and 14th? 11th and 14th right now. That's really bad. It's just, we're getting stuck in traffic and our inability to make any overtakes is really hurting us. Can we hold the move? I don't know. Come on. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Martin have just gained a race position.
Alright, we've got the slipstream, and now we've got the move done. Ah, finally, we're through. Again, killed my battery to do it, but we're through. Got to try and get Felipe to move up now. I'm starting to think, you know, we might not see any more pit stops, or if we do, it's going to be soft tyres with a few laps to go, and it's going to blister us. Because we're not making the progress we need to make. Look how far behind Perez we are. He came out right in front of us.
Energy if you need it.
Okay.
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Alright, I've got clean air, but I haven't got a slipstream, and so I'm losing ground to Ocon. Oh, we're just stuck. We have still got to set us up new softs. If we get a safety car, it's slap on softs and hope, because at this point we're nowhere near the points, and we're unlikely to get to the points either. I think this is going to be a scoreless race for us. I always knew that rounds 2 and 3 would be hard for us, but I didn't think it would be this hard coming to Melbourne. Just so uncompetitive. Oh, and that's a lockup for Freddie. At least he hasn't hit the wall. Well, that might have been beneficial, actually, if he had hit the wall. We're out of battery. Freddie's now going to be vulnerable to Gasly and Magnussen. Luckily, they're not getting through here. Tyre check? Certainly. There you go. I think we might see some late soft tyre stops. And I do mean late, like just a handful of laps to go. If we do get a safety car, then every one of the top 6 will box. if we were a little bit closer, then, you know, we weren't stuck behind these guys, and I might have just stayed out because our tyres would be in good shape. But, you know, we're just stuck. We're not going anywhere. We're doing 121s. And we just don't have the pace. I mean, we're doing the same kind of pace as the cars in front of us. We are closing in on these front guys, but yeah. We are currently in 11th and 12th, and we are 10 seconds off points. And the cars in front of us are all doing the same pace that, well, we're doing their pace. We could go a little bit quicker, but not a huge amount quicker. So we're just kind of treading water right now. And yeah, Hamilton is fighting for the win. Norris is in 4th. I still think we might see some late pit stops though from those front two. Verstappen might well box as well. This race has really not worked out for us. Probably should have considered trying the one stop, or at least starting on the hards. It would have been a struggle to stay with some of the cars in the first few laps, but if we could have managed that to get through the DRS, we would have been in much better shape. I mean, look where Sainz was earlier and look where he is now. 6th, and he's only 2.5 seconds off Verstappen. And I think he's closing. Yeah, he is. 0.3 a lap. Got a 5-car fight for the lead now between Leclerc, Hamilton, Bottas, Norris and Max. Vesti's just not able to close the gap because he hasn't got the DRS. So Vesti's not moving up any further unless something big happens. And I don't know if I can get Felipe to move up any further at this rate either. Just because it's so hard to get these moves done. The field is so tight this year. At least we're not seeing a Red Bull dominance like we did last year, but it's still a long way to go in this season and things could change in that respect. Don't really want to burn the tyres. Too far away for a lunge. Magnussen gets past Vesti. Vesti retakes the position just. If I could just get in front of these guys and onto the back of Russell, then the turbos could work together to get onto the back of Perez, which would be onto the back of Sainz, and then we'd be in contention for a point. But come on, be brave here, be brave here. No, I wasn't brave. Alright, I think Albon might finally have been dropped. He has. Alright, now we've got an opportunity to try and make a move. We can at least try and get Albon here. Come on, complete the move, complete the move. There we go. Right, back into harvest.
Aston Martin with a great
We've
play
dropped
there.
Gasly.
They've moved up a place.
That doesn't mean much. Hamilton's tyres down to 38%. Surely he's going to have to stop. Verstappen at 36. Maybe we could possibly get a point if enough of those guys in front do have to make emergency stops. Oh, don't do that half-hearted pull out. Ugh. There we go. There we go. Ugh, come on. Proper move, proper move. There we go.
Use energy.
Copy.
Alright, we're up to 9th. Got a sprint.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
No saving required.
Copy, copy.
I'm going to keep fighting. I've got to keep fighting just on the off chance. If they do make such late stops, they're not going to have enough time, I hope, to start fighting their way back through the field. We've closed them right up.
Five laps to go.
Oh, could we sneak a point at the death? Tyres are terrible.
Save fuel.
Okay.
We're only 6-7 seconds off the lead right now. It's going to be all I can do, though, to keep Ocon behind me at this rate.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Let's give Vesti a bit of a push.
Copy.
It's 4 to go. We can push more.
Yeah, copy.
can't break away from Ocon, which means Albon's going to come along for the ride as well. But if I can at least... If I can at least get that gap down as Hamilton retakes the lead again. Now Bottas gets through as well. Verstappen's tyres are now under 30%. Wow, could Perez sneak through and win this race?
Copy.
He's got past Max. Can't quite see us in the shot yet.
Lift and coast will help.
Okay, copy.
I'm going to ride the ham cam. Oh, just saw a little flash of us in the background there, I think. Yep, there we were. We've got no way of actually closing the gap, unfortunately. We're a second and a half. We're almost on the back of these guys. We're just pushing with everything we've got in terms of tyres. 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. Push now.
Copy.
Really wish I had some battery. I'm going to melt what's left of the rubber on my rims here. Vesti has dropped Magnussen.
So back off.
Yeah, copy.
Hamilton down to 3rd still. Bottas and Leclerc side by side. Here comes the final lap. Oh, I don't think we got the DRS. No, we didn't, and that's going to just stretch the gap between us.
Last lap now.
Hamilton down to 4th. Well, we were wondering if Mercedes were going to show up this weekend, and well, they're in pole position right now. We've caught the back of Russell just for DRS, but I don't think we're going to have anything left to actually try and make an overtake in the DRS. We didn't see any last gasp pit stops. A lot more one stops than I was expecting. We might have to try the one stop next year, depending on our tyre wear. There we go. We finally caught the back of the lead group, but we just didn't have anything left. It's going to be a win for Bottas. Oh! Verstappen's out. Verstappen loses it on the final corner.
Let's see what happened there. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Oh, what a mistake from Max.
The car's just gone.
And he loses points. He was in 5th place. That was 2 points he was going to get.
What a brilliant win there for Valtteri Bottas.
Lewis drops to 5th in the end.
Let's check the flag.
No, Max was 6th. Max was in 6th place. Hamilton's tyres were dead at the end. There was no way he was going to be able to hold off Perez. But yeah, Max spinning out from 6th place with 1 corner to go.
Okay, so
He still gets out ahead of Vesti though. We ended up 8th. We were close. We were less than a second off the point. But yeah, we just didn't have enough in this race. If we'd had, top echelon drivers, we could have been in contention for the win. But with our drivers, we just aren't able to extract the maximum out of the car. A valiant effort though. So Bottas, up 3 places from where he started, gets his first and Mercedes' first win of the season. I think their first points of the season as well. Charles Leclerc gets himself into 2nd place on the podium. A great race for Lando, gets himself up onto the 3rd step, getting 7 places from where he started. Perez, disappointing for him, only able to get back up to 4th. Sainz, a good fight back considering he had that big spin that dropped him out of contention early on, but he managed to make it work for him. I really didn't think he would have that in him. And then Max, all the way down in 11th place there. Like I said, spinning with 1 corner to go. So that's the Constructors and Drivers' Championships to look at now. We'll look at the drivers first. Max still leads, but only by a point from Lando. Freddie stays 3rd. Still on 10 points. Bottas moves up to 4th on 10 points. So we have 3 different winners in the opening 3 Grand Prix. That is pretty impressive so far. Felipe drops down a place thanks to Bottas's win, but still in the running with 8 points. Perez jumps up to 6th with his 3 points and puts him on 8 as well. And then we've got Leclerc and Hamilton both on 7. Sainz on 1 point. He gets his first point of the season. Russell still yet to score. It's a very, very tight season, as you can see. Still a lot to play for. And in the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull have the lead still, but that shrinks by 3 points. They're just 2 points ahead of McLaren now, who move into 2nd. We drop to 3rd, another race where we just can't really do anything. Hoping for better at Imola, but we'll see. Mercedes, big jump for them, up into 4th. They move ahead of Ferrari, who, despite them gaining 7 points, are still behind Mercedes as a result of Bottas's win. AlphaTauri claim another 3 places thanks to positional countback, seeing as there's no points involved there. Alpine still best of the non-scorers. Developmental points for both our drivers and for Isaac as well. That's good. 6 overtakes, 12 defences, 10 failed overtakes, 4 failed defences for Freddie. Felipe, 8 overtakes, 6 defences, 16 failed overtakes. That's unfortunately quite telling. And only 6 failed defences. We do pass all of our sponsor objectives though, so we do get another 4.9 mil in the bank, which is good. Right, we have a regulation vote to look at. It was a difficult race, and we were disappointing. I was disappointed as well. We are still exceeding everyone's expectations, though, according to Michael Loom. There's a notification about Jack Crawford. And let's have a look at the technical change suggestions. So, they're looking at front and rear wing changes. It's a question of whether we look at high speed or low speed changes. Let's take a look at where our car is. I think we're probably going to go high speed changes. We are not the best in the low speed stuff, specifically in the dirty air cornering. That has hurt us in this Grand Prix. That's something we definitely need to improve. Let's take a look at our head of aero. Yeah, we really need to boost low speed performance a little bit. We're going to go high speed. We're going to vote for high speed changes. Let's see what the rest of the grid does regarding that. We've got 11 days till the next Grand Prix. Is there any money we can spend? Design Centre will almost be ready. That'll allow us to gain some extra engineers. Everything here is okay, although we are getting closer to the race sim breaking operationally. The boardroom's about to break a little bit. And Tour Centre's not too far off. We are halfway through our refurb on the memorabilia room. Let's take a look at all of our staff. We do have a point for Chris Cronin. Let's give him an extra point in his pit crew management. Ben doesn't have a point yet and won't for another 3 weeks. Let's take a look at Freddie. Improve his braking. Got to boost. Going to boost his reactions. And Isaac, we're going to boost his braking as well. Right, let's see. 10 days and 11 days to go till our upgrades drop. Memorabilia room is refurbished. We're okay on stock at the moment. Our design centre is now improved and refurbished. So we can now go to extra engineers. Let me just quickly check the video description. How many engineers did I limit us to? Was it 12 or 15? It was 15. Okay, so why won't it let me go back into the live chat? Live chat has moved. There we go. Look at all messages. There we go. Right, so we can go ahead and get ourselves some extra engineers. That is good. Especially with new parts coming. Let's see. How did the vote go? That's it. That's the maximum number of engineers we can have in our career. Oh, I forgot to look at how the vote was going to go. Oh, we'll do it now. They've passed the high-speed changes. Wow, only 2 teams voted against high-speed changes, Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. Everyone else voted for low-speed changes. Voted for high-speed changes. Ferrari and Alfa Romeo wanted low-speed changes. Interesting. Okay. Underfloor is now designed. Let's go ahead and emergency manufacture those. We're going to want 3 because we need a spare. Because we have a tendency to damage them going over the curbs at Imola. So let's go ahead and fit the new underfloor. I'll fit them just to car 2 for now. Let's go one more day. Let's get the front wing design done as well. There we go. Got our scouting done. Check that in a minute. Let's emergency manufacture 4 front wings. So I've got a couple of spares. And again, we're going to fit the new front wing onto car 2. Car analysis time. So, is anyone else bringing upgrades? Oh yes, they are. Our speed has definitely dipped against the rest of the grid. We've lost some cornering performance, as you can see. We've definitely lost some top speed performance. Dirty air performance has taken a bit of a hit. The DRS has taken a little bit of a hit. But let's see what difference those upgrades have made to our car by doing this. There we go. So that's how much our car has improved with the new floor and the new front wing. We have got ourselves into a better position in terms of speed than we should be. We've kept hold of our performance advantage in the cornering, and we've probably even improved our low speed cornering just a little bit. DRS is still good, about where it was going into the last race. We have lost a little bit more in low speed cornering compared to the rest of the grid, and we've lost a little bit of engine cooling, but I'm okay with that for now. So before we disappear, let's go ahead first of all and fit those parts to Felipe's car. Because I will forget to do that if I don't do it now. There we go. And now we can go ahead and we can start development on the next parts. So we are 10 days away from the next ATR period. Do have a new chassis coming in 8 days. Is it worth waiting to see what the chassis does? Probably not. Let's go ahead and start a new underfloor design. Let's see how long this is going to take us. I'm going to remember to save my game. Thank you, Farrow. Let's see. We want to improve our airflow sensitivity a bit. It's the low speed where we're losing out, not the normal cornering. We definitely want to improve our low speed grip. There we go. Medium, we want to improve that a bit, and we definitely want to improve our high speed, considering that's going to get affected next season. No, let's just go the whole hog and do that. So we can do 5 engineers. That's going to take 81 days. So that will get us in time for France. Ooh, that'll be quite nice actually to get it for France. Okay. So, new underfloor. Our major underfloor is done for the season. So, let's get onto the upgrade book page and scrub out the major floor upgrade. We've still got 2 minor upgrades available for a floor for the rest of the season. But there's the second of our 6 major upgrades gone. The chassis and the floor, so we can do a suspension, a front wing, a rear wing, and a side pods. And we will have enough engineers to do another major upgrade after the chassis upgrade is done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a minor side pod, I think, possibly, with our other team that's available. Let's have a look. We do need to improve our airflow because it isn't great. It's going to hurt our engine cooling. It will give us a bit more low-speed performance and in dirty air, and improve our top speed and acceleration as well. It's going to hurt the air cooling though, so I'm going to have to figure out where I can stand to lose a bit of performance. It might have to be a little bit of drag reduction. I don't want to hurt the engine cooling. We need that to improve. I might just have to wait until we can do a major upgrade on the side pods. So what else can I do a minor on? I can do a minor suspension again. Could do another minor front wing. I don't want to do a minor rear wing because I want to do a major rear wing in 10 days time when the chassis is done. Obviously we're doing a floor right now, so maybe another minor suspension. Our suspension definitely needs some work. At some point I do need to do a major suspension upgrade. Yeah, that's just going to hurt the car, isn't it? If I dial these back just a touch. Could do that. Again, that'll give us a slight boost to speed, a slight boost to low speed performance. It will improve our brake cooling a fraction. It's negligible gains at this point. How long would that take? Over 5 days. 27 days. That would drop that in time for Spain. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So that's a second minor suspension upgrade done. So we've only got one major, one minor suspension upgrade left for the rest of the season now. And then, as I say, we'll do a major rear wing upgrade in 10 days or 8 days time when the chassis project finishes. No, it'll be 10 days because we've got to wait for the next ATR period, which is in 10 days time. So there we go. That is where we sit right now. I've got 26 mil in the bank. I need to get the final upgrade on the design center 38, I think, no, 32. So we're still a bit short of being able to get that. We can't take the extra 5 engineers that will allow us, but we can get that fourth project option available, which, while we're limited in the number of projects that we can do for the car, will be very useful when we start doing research for next season, which we are going to have to start thinking about already. So yeah, as soon as we can get this started, the quicker we can get that fourth upgrade slot for research, which will be much more important at the end of the season than at this point in the season, because we'll be focusing fully on research by that point. We can't do any more upgrades in these areas. That's probably going to be what we upgrade next season, is the wind tunnel. That's probably going to give us the biggest gains for next season. I don't think there's anything left that we can get done. I think everything else is pretty much ready now. Board is going to break at the end of this Grand Prix. Let's check in with the board. They said they were disappointed by the results. Well, yeah, satisfied. I can understand that. That would be disappointed if it wasn't for the boardroom being at the high level that it's at. They're still happy with finances. We're in good shape there. We're still good on objectives. This is going to be harder than I thought, given how the last 2 races have gone. Well, last 3 if you count running Jeddah twice. So yeah, that's where we are, and that's where we're going to end our stream for F1 Manager for the week. We will be back tomorrow with some more City Skylines. And then again, Monday, City Skylines. Tuesday, we shall return for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at Imola with our Aston Martin team. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.